Check it out, man. Live from the A, it's your boy Don Cannon, the legend. They also know me as the #1 co-signer. You know what it is, man. HipHopWire.com. I'm in the building. Stay tuned.
So after you left affiliation, now you over here at DTP, right? So what's the current situation that you're in now?
Well, really, people got to misconstrue with DTP. I'm not signed to DTP. I'm not, on the label. I do treat them as a family and help them, rock out the same way I would do with Rockefeller. The same thing I would do with, good music. The same thing I would do with everything. I have a personal relationship with Jeff Dixon and Shaka. You know what I mean? They manage me, they help my day-to-day with me. They also try to help me turn into my own entrepreneur and become a businessman and exec in the long run. So I learned a lot of things through them, and through the things that they're doing. And that's the relationship we have. I work out the studio. I help some of the artists, I'm cool with Ludacris, so, every so often we make trade-off beats or, get on like, what's that new iPad app that you downloaded? You know what I mean? That's the relationship that I have. A lot of people's like, oh, you signed a DTP and da-da-da. No, I didn't sign anything, you know what I mean? But as far as management, yeah, they are managers, and, I do a lot of things over here at DTP.
Okay. So as far as producing, like, name some artists that you've produced for that people might not have known, or tracks that you've done people might not have known?
Well, for the most part, people know about Jeezy and, Lil Wayne and 50 Cent and Freeway and Asher Roth. What people don't know is I did Tyler Perry score for Meet the Browns. I'm sorry, House of Pain. And then I did, Macy Gray's records. I did a record for a couple European artists, Slick and Rose. And I also did, Estelle's record, which is from Europe. So those are like the artists that I'm usually going out. I did vitamin water commercial for LeBron's, when he said he wanted to go down to Miami and play. I did the commercial for that, the beat for that. I do a lot of commercial, a lot of, different things that people might not know that I did. But for the most part, the Asher Ross, the Freeways, and the Jada Kisses, and Busta Rhymes, I'm across the board around 50 Cent. I'm across the board production-wise. So, those are a lot of things that I think.
Okay, and you also the #1 co-signer, like to say. So I mean, you co-sign a lot of artists from Cool Kids to Asher Roth, people like that. So what do you look for in an artist when you work with them, when you co-sign them?
Willpower. You know what I mean? A lot of artists know what they want to be, but they don't have the willpower to sacrifice, like I touched on earlier. Like a lot of the people don't have that vision and don't have that mind to stay focused. You know what I mean? And I don't blame it on anybody, because every once in a while the best of artists get unfocused, but somebody at an early stage that knows what they want, that goes hard. It doesn't have to be the best rapper to ever live. Don't be the best producer, DJ that ever lived, the best dresser ever lived. It has to be that person that you believe in. Like, I mean? There's a lot of artists that I believe. I believe Young Jeezy. If you go, into the earlier street sides, you see Meek Mill. I believe in Meek Mill because I feel him. I mean? I feel, Alley Boy. I feel Trouble. I feel, these artists that are rich, that's in themselves. That are real. And I'm not talking about the best killer and the best whatever. I'm talking about a person that will, when I look them in the eyes, they're convincing me that they do this for real. And that's where I get, where I get the feeling that, okay, I should do that tape, or I should help this person out because they're good at what they do. You know what I mean?
All right. Now you mentioned Young Jeezy. Was that last year? Trap or Die 2. You actually hosted that mixtape. But before that, it was supposed to be with DJ Drama. So how did you end up hosting Trap or Die 2?
I don't know. I actually thought it was supposed to be with a DJ that's hot out here named DJ Folk. He does a lot of things, on the mixtape level. Shout out to him. And then Drama was supposed to pick it up after that. And I think some stuff went down with them in Atlanta. Some type of tension or whatever. But I think just to be safe, they just smoothed it out. And he was like, yo, I got this tape, man. I want to put it out. What you think about it? Da-da-da. He knew I was a mixtape DJ. He was like, you want to do it? And I was like, yeah, I'll do it. He's like, oh, let's do it then. And then I wound up helping them pick out the records. Some of them records were supposed to be on TM 103. that he was, you know, unsure about. So he gave me a couple records, and I put it together, and I played it for him. He's like, yeah, what's wrong with this? We need to go. And you know, I shot some videos. Like it was really easy with him because, you know, he's the type of person, you know, he's a street guy, he's a hustler. So, you know, he understands showing and proving. So one thing I did was I brought him a tape, number one. Number two, I brought visuals that he, you know, nobody was really doing visuals at the time. It was really, really slowly creeping. I had did it with like Cool Kids and stuff like that, just, you know, breaking into the visual world. And when I showed him the visuals for this, he was like, wow, this is crazy, I want to do more. And then, you know, we went off and we killed it from there.
All right. So you been working with Jeezy, you produced for him, you did the Go Crazy on the first album, man. So maybe you have the inside scoop, man. Where's TM 103? When is that gonna come out? Is it ever gonna see the light of day?
Hey, I told them about 2 years, man. They gonna call that the new Detox. Where is TM 103? Ah, man, I ain't never come out. But you know, it's good, man. He got over 150 records. You know what I mean? I think he narrowed them down to 63. So I think he's narrowing down. I did a lot of records for him. We're gonna see which one lands. If they don't land, then, you know, I'll catch him on the next album. Maybe I'll do the whole thing. But, you know, one thing's for sure, he's a deliverer. You know, I don't know if people know out there what delivery means. Is a person that's going to give you it, period. You know, there's never been a person that's slack. You know what I mean? There's a lot of deliveries out here like Wayne and all them. You can bet your bottom dollar that the album is going to come out. It's just, you know, it has to be done when it's done. It ain't going to be rushed. It ain't going to be because the people want it real bad. It's going to be when I'm done and I feel like I'm ready to go. There you go.
All right. Now, are there any other artists or any other mixtapes or production that you about to come out with that you want to talk about?
I'm really excited. I touched on this last year when I first left the affiliates, or 2 years ago. I was working on the album. I had postponed it just to get some other work done and just build the brand a little bit more. But I'm gonna start to work on my album now. You know, it's gonna be like a full compilation. It's not gonna be like you know, a lot of mixtape, you know, oriented. It's gonna have a lot of genres of music in it. Hopefully, if I can pull it off. And then, you know, just working with certain artists, man. You got Dom Kennedy from the West Coast that I really like. You know, I like The Weeknd. I'm riding Big Sean. That's one of my favorite artists right now. And, you know, just any new cat that I'm really not gravitate to. You know, everybody ain't working with, you know, we're compatible, but we see a vision. You know what I mean? But some people I'm compatible with, like Cool Kids. At any day we could sit here at the table and we'll be like, yo, I was just thinking that. You know what I mean? Same thing with Mac Miller. Like the first thing I talked to him on the phone was like, yo, you know what I mean? Those are people that I gravitate to because we're sort of the same personality. So, you know, those are the cats I'm ready and willing to work with. You know, Machine Gun Kelly too. That's one. Shout out to him.
All right, cool, man. So, how can people reach you? You want to give out your Twitter or anything else, man?
Got me on my Twitter. You know, any of my social networks. I got the Step Back Agency, which is a big marketing company. You got my Facebook's my fan page, Don Cannon. You got my Twitter, which is Don Cannon. Everything's Don Cannon. YouTube is DJ Cannon, by the way, because somebody stole the other one. I couldn't get it back. But, you know, you go to my website, djdoncannon.com, download all the exclusive mixtapes, get your new DC shirts, your logo shirts, and, you know, everything through the website is what you need.
All right, cool. Hip Hop Wired. Heard it from Don Cannon.
Check it out, man. Live from the A, it's your boy Don Cannon, the legend. They also know me as the #1 co-signer. You know what it is, man. HipHopWire.com. I'm in the building. Stay tuned.